Now again, if you've got a spreadsheet that you filter in a consistent way, you could create macros that easily switch you between those different custom views, different ways that you like to filter. For example, we've just made 4 views. One custom view is to show kawerau, one's to show taupo, one's to show tauranga, and the 4th view is to show all records. Now, to save the user having to hit this button and choose which view they want to use, which is 1 click, 2 click, 3 clicks, we're going to create 1 click by creating a macro to switch between a view and then a button to run those macros. So because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 views in this sheet, I want to record 4 macros and then create 4 buttons and connect those buttons to macros. Okay, so on the Developers tab, let's record macro. The first macro I want to call kawerau, and OK, and then just go to the Custom Views button, choose kawerau, choose Show, and then stop recording. Now I want to record my second macro. Record macro, taupo, and OK, Custom Views, taupo, Show, and stop recording. Now my third macro, record macro, tauranga, and OK, Custom Views, tauranga, Show, and stop recording. And my 4th and final macro, record macro, all records, 1 word, and OK, Custom Views, all records, Show, and stop recording. So I've just recorded 4 macros. Each macro switches to a particular view. That view basically automatically does the filtering and sets up the page settings. So now we make 4 buttons. Insert, Shapes, and let's go for the rectangle beveled shape in the basic shapes group. I'll click that button, I'll drag over here, and then I'll type all records. I'll press Ctrl E, which is center, and then I'll just size it. I'll go to my shape styles and I'll choose a particular style. I'll then right click the button and go into size and properties. I need to tell this button to not move, otherwise it may get hidden if there's a filter carried out, because imagine it's sitting in sort of like the Auckland vicinity of the list. So if I choose any of those views, kawerau, taupo, or tauranga, these rows will be hidden and this button will be hidden as well, unless I say don't move or size with the cells. I also don't want this button to print, so I'll take that tick off. So these properties are really important, and I'll close that. And what I'd like to do now is duplicate that button, so I end up with 4. So I press Ctrl D 1, 2, 3 times. I then just move them using the grid as my guide and position them. This one here, I'll double click all and I'll put kawerau. This one here, double click and taupo. And finally double click all and put tauranga. Oops, slipped. So I've made my 4 buttons. I might make them different colors quite simply by going to my shape styles. And ultimately I now want to assign the macros to my buttons. So I'll right click all records and assign the macro all records, and OK. Right click kawerau records and assign the macro kawerau, and OK. Right click taupo records, assign the macro taupo, and OK. And lastly right click tauranga records and assign the macro tauranga, and OK. I might save this file. F12 is my favorite function key for save as, and I'm going to save it as Excel3-C and ensure it's a macro enabled workbook, otherwise you'll lose your macros. So I'll save that and then I'll test it. So if I click kawerau records, boom, it just turns on the filter and automatically filters out just the kawerau records. And if I happen to go print preview, it would print in portrait, it would fit 1 page wide, and it would have grid lines. If I went out of print preview and tested Taupō, there's my Taupō records, Tauranga, there's my Tauranga records, and there are all my records. Perfect candidate for a macro.